Hello こんにちは。 CFO vs ハンドレッドティーブス PCS のフライングオイスター vs NA の 100T。 CFO の PCS リージョンはもともと台湾の地域で、台湾とマカオと香港が融合した地域かな。フライングオイスター、空飛ぶ牡蠣1位枠みたいですけどね。台湾はな、フラッシュオルブス強かったけど、どうだろう。まあ大体1位チームはまあまあ強いけどね。あんまり聞いたことのない名前ですけど、ファーストピックでエートロックス、ハンドレッドティーブス。セジュワニ。セジュワニはトップもジャングルもいけるけど、基本最近はジャングルだよね。クローザーといえばリーシエン。リーシエン得意。ジャングルがめちゃくちゃうめえんだっけ 100T って。ミスフォーチュン。ミスフォーチュンに対してどの ADC を取る？ 100T はケイトリンとトリスターナをバンしている。ディエゴ、カイサ。レーンは辛そうだけどカイサ。ミスフォーチュンとセットで取るのはアムムになるのかレオナになるのか。
Possibilities here trying to follow up. Well, this will be Shun's first Kai'Sa, but for Gemini on Viego, his most played champion throughout the course of summer by 3, 11-8-5. Viego, Wukong, Lee Sin. So a lot of comfort. I want to see how it shapes up in the rest of the draft as well.
お、サムデイフィオーラ。わー、エイトロックされてフィオーラ。サムデイは KR プレイヤーだね。もうね、NA 枠になったのかな。 NA 来て結構長いよね。ずっといるよな。まあ NA 枠か。多分アバダゲがヨーロッパで、クローザーはどこなんだろう。クローザーもヨーロッパかな。CFO はチャンピオンズ級で味方にいると負けることから C4 と呼ばれている。C4 チャンピオンズ級ね。俺まだそれ配信してないわ。地雷扱いされてんじゃん。俺も牡蠣食べたくなってきた。でも牡蠣食べると当たるって聞くからなんか怖いよね。当たったことはないけど。100T はここでノーチラス&アリスターバーン。 CFO はここでレオナ&アムムをバンするか。お互いエンゲージサポートが欲しい ADC。熱入れば大丈夫。いやでも生で食いていいじゃん。牡蠣すだちとかでレモンとかで。ブラームバーン。ファッキンイージーアムーム。うん、一瞬でピックしますね。 CFO はレルかな。レル来た。お互いにサポートは何をやるか決まってたみたいですね。でここでビクトー、アカリー、フライングオイスター。自分たちの地域では序盤有利取る確率が非常に高いみたいです。35試合の中で28ゲーム序盤有利を取る、序盤強いチームみたいですね。フライングオイスター。名前聞くたびに笑っちゃうけど、マジで牡蠣食いてえわ。生牡蠣食って入院したけど、俺はそれでも生牡蠣を食べ続ける。入院するレベルでやべえの。
Nothing too aggressive going to come out from CFO though. They're going to posture up towards the bot side of the lane. Gemini and Rest going to be securing the top side, which means that both junglers going to be going in opposite directions as closes.
加熱用を生で食うとうまいって聞いた。
I don't expect him to threaten any dives
やばいらしいけど。
early on, but I think primarily his goal will be to cover someday. Remember, in this early lane matchup, it can be a little bit difficult.
Okay.
for
まあ
the Fiora
今回の試合は
when Aatrox does have some
どっちも
real
火力ありますね。
matchup really starts
今日の2試合は2試合とも火力がないチーム構成取った方が負けてた。おお、アムムの Q に合わせて W を当てる。このレールできそう。今のなんかタイミングうまかったな。
And with the opposite pathing here, bottom side pushing for CFO as well as Gemini heading over on the Viego, full clearing top to bottom for him.
I'm really interested to see, really every single one of these lanes has high amounts of expected trades and, you know, engage potential. The Kai'Sa Rel got jumped on first by Bandage Toss from Huhi and FBI, who have instantly backed away just a moment ago. Mid lane for now, Victor is now under some threat as Gemini will spot out closer.
セジュアニはブルーサイドからのギャンクはしない。セジュアニ取ると 50% ぐらいの確率でこれやってくるよな。ブルーからのギャンク。
Like we said, you know, fishing for summoner spells. Maybe you could get a little bit aggressive there, even a little bit of a damage trade. But with the timing, Viego already on Raptors, they do get a little bit of a sighting there, and it will just be continued full clears for both of them, opposite sides. Sejuani here, actually, those are probably going to have to stop off there from Krugs and go pick up Scuttle Crab a little early since he took the detour through mid.
So the matchup's kind of going as expected for the time being. The push from CFO in the mid lane, the push from 100 Thieves up towards top. The one I wasn't entirely sure about was his bot lane, a matchup that we don't get to see very often.
トップのマッチアップがすごいフィオラ有利に見えるね。ファーム差がついてる。
Barella is a champion that we haven't seen a lot of, and Kobe, you and I were talking earlier in the day about how her buffs are actually surprisingly significant. Her engage is now just a flat 13-second cooldown as we see Huhi going in once again.
アムム入ってく、なんかレルが誘ったような動きだったけど、どっちが勝つんだサポート。勝ったのは CFO。カイサ側が勝つんだ。ウェーブでダイブされる。完璧。11交換だけどウェーブロストでかすぎるね。フライングオイスター。カイさん2キル。完全に誘われてたよね。アムムが。アムムから仕掛けたけど勝てないんだ。レルがあんま出ねえからどっちが強いのか分かんねえな。ミスフォーチュンの方がレン強いと思ったけどそうでもないんだね。カイサの Q ミニオンとかあると弱そうだけどカイサ強いな。これスタンから入ったかね。ああレルうまいな。 W 着地する前に普通にスタンかかってたからフラッシュすら切れなかったね。序盤強いっていう情報は正しかったみたいだね。
Shun's damage percentage and damage per minute in comparison to the rest of the league was below average. Was not one of the players that really shone in the PCS. So not only is this combo something we haven't seen a huge amount of before, he is popping off in this early game.
But considering how young of a player he is, it's really impressive how mechanically he has stood out within the PCS. He is a player that the region is very excited about and the potential that he's capable of. And to start off your tournament like this kind of matches the expectations that have been put on his shoulders.
Yeah, especially with this team comp, that is greatly going to accelerate the win conditions here for the Flying Oyster. They can go for those dive bomb Kai'Sa plays much earlier. This also is going to allow them to unlock Koala for some of these roams. The Hex Tech flash here picked up for him, so constant aggressive looks now towards bottom lane.
ジャングラーがワードをクリアしに行くお互い。ボトムの主導権は CFO がダブルキル取ったから持ってそうだね。それをうまく利用してドラゴンを取りたいけどどうだ。セジュアニが待ち伏せてる。
control, led the way to many victories. But from the Flying Oiters, they generated gold leads on average 1.8k from the PCS. The early play in bottom
アムムが映ってないからビエゴも警戒してますね。
against 100 Thieves. And that dragon is up already. A little bit of a contest in and around the river.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, Sunday is doing well with the Fiora, constantly pushing this Aatrox in, able to get him under the tower.
これビエゴいなくなったからこのライン越えると危ないぞ。
Power spike here with sword shoes for the Akali, trying to just keep some presence in that river, not to let the bottom lane advantage for Oysters spill over.
Yeah, I mean, so far, everything going very comfortably for CFO. They have the advantage bot, they have the advantage in mid for the time being. Already top lane's doing what he can considering the matchup. We talked about how very early on there are windows where Aatrox can really take advantage of the 1v1, but now with these itemizations, with the levels, advantage for Sunday, it's going to be much harder for rest.
正常に6ではないけどレーンギャンク狙ってる。
Nothing really gonna amount to much as Closer is shadowing behind, staying in the fog of war, will now move into this brush. And then looking for a play to try and
正常に6になるのかな。
back in, or at the very least make sure they can push this wave underneath the tower.
Yeah, such good
6にはなったけど
from CFO bottom lane. Even with the big lead, they know with the positioning, hey, Sejuani probably down here trailing. If Amumu's fishing for this, definitely don't give the play to them. Giant pushing wave. We only have a couple seconds to wait. As long as we don't step up and make some giant ego play, we'll retain this massive advantage.
It's the rule of thumb, Kobe. Never
Yeah.
fight into a stack wave, right? It's just not only do you have
ミスフォーチュンがバックキャンセルされたな。
not only are their opponents
アムムは帰った
minions also act as an additional enemy, so very smart.
ヘラルドを始めるのは
He's
オイスタ
gonna
ー。
start this one off. He's just going to start this one off solo. Closer will be there to match him. But look at the mini-map. We can see both supports heading their way towards the Herald. Huhi, though, has the slight advantage.
Very quick itemization and CS differences, no significant
Hang on a
advantage.
second.
As Sunday takes a cue to the face and forces Rest to flash once Closer comes in from the flank. This did interrupt the Herald as a minor win bought enough time for Koala.
お互いヘラルドに寄ってくる。
Magnet Storm unlocks, and this could be a 3v3 in the top lane.
Yeah, we've got actually a 5v5 possibly brewing with both bottom lanes heading up as well. Misfortune with Strut is a little bit behind, but can walk a bit quicker. Kaisa already here. Herald does leash though, so there's a delay on the giant Herald fight.
Both supports are level 6. That crucial ultimate. The primary engages of both teams will be available. And remember, the biggest difference, CFO, they want to try and dive, leverage their intent mobility to get onto the backline. Whereas up at
5対5が始まるか。
his mobility to access that backline himself. Both teams are posturing.
フィオラのチームファイトむずいけどね。
The Herald, the objective.
Who pulls the trigger?
どうなる。ミスフォーチュンウルトある。アムムウルトある。
Thieves. They're on the Herald.
Look at
ヘラルド触ってるのは 100T。
Stepping forward, Magnet
レールが入っていく。アムムフラッシュウルト。
Closer simply
ミスフォーチュンのウルト綺麗にはまった。
to dissuade the engage. It's
アムムミスフォーチュンやっぱ強え。
5-point strike. They're just
レルも綺麗に入ったけどその後のアムムのフラッシュウルトでミスフォーチュンぶっ刺さったね。
The massive misfortune ultimate from FBI over the entire CFO team. 100 Thieves, they get the kills and they get the Rift Herald.
ヘラルド取ったのはフィオラ。アムムの Q がなんか変なとこに行ったけどアムムがウルト。ミスフォーチュンのウルトの角度はえげつなかったな。カイサが何もできなかったね飛び込んだ後。
Yeah, the chase afterwards there too, picking up one more for themselves. Koala right back out to the map though, clear out some of that vision. They did not get the bounty on top of Kaisa's head, as Shun was one of the ones able to escape right back through, but no summoner spells or ult left for him.
Look at that damage from FBI's Bullet Storm. The fact that Sunday was also able to riposte the engage, that CC, instantly became a threat that needed to be made aware of. I missed that in the live. Now, important to note, 100 Thieves are still down 700 gold. but they
Miss Fortune
can use that
damage
Rift Herald
えぐ。
for a plate gank. Use that to get some control. Also, Sunday's up 20 CS, 30 CS in that top lane, Kobe.
Yeah, and every lane now is looking at jungle ganks because so many flashes were burned in this. Right now, mid pressure is going to allow the push out for CFO. They'll transition over to Dragon as Closer comes to check.
The window now the 100 Thieves have is the Herald in top lane. You can see that Sunday does have the push. There's nothing that's going to get in his way if he wants to use it with the Divine Sundering completed as well.
サムデイはディバインサンダラーコンプリートしてるから、トップはフィオラがとても強そうね。
But CFO, they will secure their first Drake of the game. Small bonus for them. And the thing we also have to highlight is Shun sitting at 3-0-0 right now. While that fight did not go in the favor of CFO, he was the only one to pick up a kill, and he's continuing to scale up and become a real threat.
And they did a good job tracking cooldowns as well, playing around. Misfortune doesn't have ult backup for this dragon fight, so we're going to move in. We'll take it while that is down. They don't have to threat.
That was just beautiful. Closer is going to be able to...
エートロックスがいる。違う、ビエゴだったわ。
The gravity field locked Abadage in place, and they're not done just yet.
Yo, we need a slow-mo on that replay. I was convinced Mission was gonna die, and I could not be more wrong.
Mission stands tall in the face of the assassin. Immediately they get the counter, and Gemini comes in. Viego, execution damage, bursts down Abadaga.
Call him Tom Cruise because he pulled off an impossible mission. It didn't deserve that laugh, but thank you, Betty.
I'm kind of hurt. That's how painful it was to listen to that. Mission leveraging his experience there. This is his 5th world appearance.
レルがいるのは分かってるんじゃないかな。
Walked away the victor as his jungler came in to protect him.
Oh my god, it's the 1-2 punch up here.
He didn't realize it. Was that intentional? Anyways, let's take a look at the slow-mo. That wasn't intentional. He doesn't do that.
So look at the engage here. It was a clean engage from Abadage. Everything lands. He's just waiting for the ultimate, but then he gets rooted up. He gets stunned by Gemini into the root from the gravity field, which means that he gets locked up long enough to allow CFO to secure that kill. Beautiful play from the mid-jungle duo. The synergy coming in clutch.
Gemini's timings have been so good here. Working to the
完璧なカウンターギャンクだったね。おっと、ヘラルドを召喚する。おっ、あらま、これぶつかんなかったのはあまりにもでかいな。
Too many things now should be going well for 100 Thieves, but they are just falling apart. 100 Thieves now have their eyes set on the blue buff, but I don't know if this is an objective they can fight.
Right now, Koala steps forward. Pharaoh
カイサいねえぞ。
Closer can throw out the prison and Pete put rest in place, but FBI is jumped on by Gemini. So for one
ミスフォーチュンは倒せるか。ビエゴが倒す。カイサが来た。
Closes down next. Someday and Huhi join up with Abadage. Rest will pull back. It's a 2,000 gold lead, and the fight goes the way of the Oysters.
The first seed from the PCS has come to play and silence this crowd. What a phenomenal performance from them in the early game.
そういえば会場 NA か。NA チーム上がれるかな。
It's not done just yet. It's now Mission's the target. He's 1, 2, 3 members strong. Gravity field comes up. The riposte is going to deny the stun, and at least 100 Thieves get that kill back. The game is not out of 100 Thieves' hands, but it is starting to fall apart around them.
Exactly. Look at especially the Kaisa.
やっぱ台湾の地域の1位は強えな。まあでもワイルドカード相手だからね。オイスターが強いのか、100T が弱いのか。ビエゴ座ってんな、初手王権。カイサ4キル。
Almost every other play thus far has gone the way of Flying Oyster. They picked up first blood, they picked up first dragon, they've picked up the first tower, and it is 30 seconds until the next dragon spawns. Gemini on this Viego as well. Reminder that that was blue side's second pick. He's 2-1-3, just shy of 100% kill participation, has utilized the champion that he is most well known for out of the PCS to near perfection. And this will be an uncontested Herald, Kobe.
Yeah, certainly will. 100 Thieves, no business fighting that one. You lose so much ground.
連戦で 100T がミッド&ボトムボコられてんな。ファーム差がすごいわ。 トップはフィオラがやっぱカウンターピックだからか有利取ってるけど。ビクターが間に合うか。これ以上はいけない。
Now, does Shun fancy a shot with that killer instinct? Not into 3. He backs out. 100 Thieves get the kill and get away.
And it's smart timing to go for that play for 100 Thieves as well. They're trying to play away from this Kaisa as much as possible because that is so much of the gold lead of Flying Oyster right now. They get the kill, they get out while Mission is teleporting in and escape this time without a counter.
So now, 100 Thieves gonna leverage their numbers advantage to start off the break.
100T がドラゴン取れそうですね。
You can see blue pings coming down on the bot lane tower. They have their eyes set on an objective that they can look to trade it for, but they don't have information as to where 100 Thieves are right now. They know that Abadage is top, and they will catch the Misfortune in mid, which will give them this window. Over the wall, the Rel will go, and they'll get a little bit more deep vision to help offer protection for Mission as he secures that objective, which means that another tower will go into their back pocket. The gold lead's still very sizable for CFO.
I wish to throw a huge shout out to our stats team who have helped us throughout this event, and a little bit of hopium to everyone in New York City, to every LCS fan out there. 6 out of the Flying Oysters 10 losses. This was a team that had a gold lead at 14 minutes. And if we look at their gold graphs, as we have done, there are a lot of nosedives from the top of Mount Everest in those losses columns. So for the Flying Oysters, have they been able to clean up how they close games out? And for 100 Thieves, their team composition can still fight back. They just cannot fall further behind. When you start getting that wall, it gets so much harder. This looks to be another kill. Rest is thrown down, the ultimate, but 2 members of 100 Thieves jumping, flashing forward. The stun comes out. Gemini arrives. He's not going to be able to find the route just yet. As Sunday will get killed. And Koala won't find one.
エートロ結構生き延びたな。セジョアにもうちょっと殴ればよかったのにね。フル HP でタワーの外に待ってるっていうのは、外というかすぐ出れるように待ってるっていうのはあれだったな。タワーから出るのも早かったし。
The veteran for this roster, 200 CS at 18 minutes, just short of 19 minutes. He's now going to secure another tower, but they go in on him isolated. Right now, it's just dead.
100T はもうブッシュに隠れてエンゲージするのがお箱になってんね。お、テレポート、フィオラが来る。エートロックスノー TP だからね。CFO は逃げないといけない。あ、でもタワーねえのか。
It was Rest who TP'd to the bot lane to catch that wave, and Sunday TP'd into the fight. That could have been a massive team fight for 100 Thieves, leveraging their numbers advantage and the fact that Mission just flashed, but they couldn't quite lock down CFO as they were disengaging. So they're able to get away, continue to maintain this gold lead, and 100 Thieves don't get anything off the back.
Yeah, it's a 2-person surprise on Mission, but the 2 people are 2 tanks. Sejuani and Amumu not exactly going to have enough burst to finish off the kill. Now they open up a window, they are unable to get any actual value out of it. CFO retain their gold lead, and they retain the map pressure here, constantly pushing out. They have still yet to drop a tower to 100 Thieves, allows them much better use of these hex gates. You can immediately reset back out onto the map, get to these plays that much quicker, get to those rotations.
キルは一緒だけどね。
Those extra resources.
タワー差がえぐいな、ファーム差もそうだし。
Their eyes on Sunday, but they realize that he's too far away. They're not going to overcommit to that play. Instead, they're just going to drop a bit of vision. You can slowly start to see the vision getting deeper and deeper. 100 Thieves losing more and more control over the map. They do have control over the Baron for the time being. They're also going to have control over this mid wave, but one of the weaknesses of this composition is their siege and a straight front to back. When Mission is there, the wave clear is too strong, and 100 Thieves can't risk getting close to that tower.
Yeah, I think CFO right now on some big power spikes looking for that dive bomb play. They've invested pretty heavily into flat penetration. You have the Collector for Kaisa for the burst damage executions, and the Shadow Flame also just now done for Mission. Big 2-item power spikes for both of the main carries here. So, 100 Thieves have to be a little bit careful with what they're toying with.
次のドラゴンファイトで 100T が負けたら勝つのは難しいだろうな。フィオラがアイテムは出てるけどね。 でもミッドと ADC の差がちょっとオイスターが強すぎる。フィオラがどう立ち回るかだよな。2019年まではスプリット構成がうまくいってたけど、2020年からここ2年ぐらいは、3年ぐらいか、スプリット構成、スプリットする時間帯あんまもらえないからね。結局ドラゴンゲーなんでチームファイトをしないといけない。
of the chance of winning a team fight for 100 Thieves is predicated on hitting an Amumu ultimate to lock people in place.
昔はな、フィオラほっといたらゲーム勝ってたんだけど、最近はチームファイト寄りだからね。フィオラがどう立ち回ってチームファイトするのかは楽しみだ。ドラゴンは湧いたけど、どうだ、アムムを捕まえに行く。アムムはこれが弱い。仕掛けられたら弱い。柔らかすぎる。自分から仕掛けるのはアムム強いんだけど、レルもエンゲージが強えな。この試合負けたら今日2敗か。Control wards, they just black out the map around Baron, waiting in the side brush, and immediately they jump on that hope for 100 Thieves. They take out the Amumu, then they take out that possible CC to set up Miss Fortune ultimate. Really nicely done from them. Guarantees them the objective afterwards.
Shun, the young player, the newest addition to this roster at the beginning of the year, is right now 5-0-0 in his very first international game. What a stand-up performance from him, but a lot of it is being set up by his team, and you can see just beautiful commitment from the bot lane. Koala with the engage. アムムいねえとミスフォーチュン刺さらないね。Beautiful play overall from CFO as they secure the dragon and now have their eyes set on a potential Baron.
Right now, the pace of the game is being dictated by the Flying Oyster. 100 Thieves will once again find themselves a pick. Now this is great. This is exactly what the 100 Thieves need, and their composition is by no means at a point that at 3K. バロンは取れない構成だからベートをしないといけない。お、バロン叩く。反転してアムムの立ち位置だな。アムムがいいところにいるぞ。アムムバレてるけど。おお、セジョーニのウルトの角度すごかった。アムムビッグウルト、しかしミスフォーチュンのウルトがあと5秒。よっ、弱え。やっぱ NA チーム C9 以外一番下にしておいてよかったわ。なんだこんな弱えんだ。あかりがもう入ってってすぐにウルト2を逃げに使ったよ。いや、ミスフォーチュンのウルトは待たないと。ミスフォーチュンのウルトもねえのに反転するのはようわかんねえな。diving onto the back line, and Sunday wasn't even in the fight, and this is why we were saying strictly from the front to back, CFO have the advantage in the 5v5. 7,500 gold lead, and help me if this is not the right way to frame it, but it feels to me like 100 Thieves under pressure, falling a little bit behind early, are just not finding the counter engages. They are being caught out. Frankly, they're being pushed around the map by the Flying Oiters. I want to give everyone a heads up that PCS versus LCS all time is 4 wins to the LCS, 3 wins to the PCS. Right now, 100 Thieves is on the verge of dropping a game to the Flying Oysters, who make their World Championship debut. Baron, power plays powered up by that Red Bull, pushing this bottom. ここで5人でグループしてるときはちょっと怖いけどな。ミッド行こうぜ1人。ここのタワー殴るのはちょっと自殺行為だよ。デトネーションを感じるよ俺は。ごめん。
CFO have done a fantastic job of leveraging their leads to suffocate their opposition.
Kaisa almost has Infinity Edge, and we're looking at 2 items on Misfortune here. I cannot get over the massive advantage of Shun. This is going to be so dangerous for 100 Thieves. Everything standing here, trying to defend inhibitors.
Oh man, 800 plus 40 CS. The Baron empowered minions are
フィオラノーウェーブクリア。
And of course, because of that Baron buff, they're so much more difficult to be cleared. Abadage and Closer looking for an opportunity. They have to hit their skill shots.
アムムのウルトが刺さればってとこだな。カイサノークレンズだし。入っていけない判断。ここで相手がなかったらミッドも取られるけどな。で次見たら取られたら余計きついけど、ドラゴンがあと30秒なので無理はしない。いいですね。ここでインビターで事故った場合、ちょっとバック遅れた場合ドラゴン取られちゃうから、ここでバックする判断は素晴らしい。カイサー800インフィニティエッジコンプリート。 AD キャリーのビルド差がえぐいな。6000ゴールドぐらい差がありそうだね。
Often overlooked as a roster. I think expectations were high, especially when you look at that top side of the map. Going up against the PCS, a region that over the last few years internationally has not looked great, especially during the group stages of World. To come in with this level of performance, to be winning out.
そろそろバロンは2分か。トップ&ミドプッシュ。Win the game.
Potentially shake up this group.
And a roster that shook up the PCS. They won 4 best of series back to back to back, surprising everybody. They make their international debut. And even more importantly, the player that maybe didn't have the largest impact regionally, Shun, is the guy that's leading the charge today. New look, new duo in this bottom lane. And the Flying Oysters once again stepping forward. Don't forget that they're in the same group as Gen G. And Royal never give up. There's always going to be a difficult group to compete in. And Flying Oysters, they've got themselves 3 dragons. It's still that 10k gold lead, super minions in the bottom lane. And they are just grouped up pushing top.
Here comes the pain train. CFO have arrived. The secondary tower is very dangerous to fight at for 100 Thieves. I think they should not.
Oh, someday the riposte keeps him up and alive. We'll be able to slow down further chase. Koala not getting that magnet storm off.
1万ゴールド差。なんもできねえな。アムムフラッシュ帰ってきたから一発アムムのウルトからのミスフォーチュンでバロンとか取れればね、ワンチャンあるけど。
If they can steal it away, they can buy more time. There's windows of opportunity for them to bounce back into this game.
All right, fellas, keep pumping me full of the hopium. I need a hit now, like really bad.
I mean, I think so much of this is like
100T とか誰もアメリカ、カナダ人おらんやん。サムデー、クローザー、アバダーゲ、FBI、フヒ。フヒ一応 NA じゃなかったっけ？ FBI も NA じゃないの？ FBI は NA のはずだけど。違ったっけ？ティーモリクエドがマジで NA じゃないけどね。今年の世界大会 NA で開催されるから今年は特に金かけたのに世界大会来れなかったティームリクエド、来年はもう超バジェットっていうかお金予算下げて若手使うみたいだね。ティームリクエドが俺が覚えてる限りはずっとスーパースター入れてたけどな、めちゃくちゃ一番金かかってたんじゃないかなっていう感じで金使ってたけど、うまくいかないもんだね。5人スーパースターはお互いの意見聞かないからね。やっぱ言うこと聞くやつらが 2,3 人は必要だよな。チームゲームですから。ベースが燃えてるよ 100T。 離れろ離れろ。オイスター？オイスターさん？オイスターさんバロン取るの下手。ただ殺す？ただ殺せるか？ OK。
Just like that. Three members down. Abanaga gets
まあ
a
殺せば OK。
Rest is continuing a chase. Sean manages to find another. Flying Oysters are inside the base. 100 Thieves steal Baron, but CFO
育
secure
った
the
時
game.
のカイサ強え。
CFO
FBI はオセアニアだったと思う。あ、そうなんだ。